What's up, family? Get this video a big thumbs up. I just wanted to have a conversation with you guys, so let me know you guys' thoughts down in the comments below. However, the Daniel Penny, a Marine veteran verdict, just to add the backstory real quick, Daniel Penny was 24 years old at the time on May 1st, 2023. When he was on the subway as he commuted just like any other New Yorker, he was teaching swim lessons at a gym and a restaurant waitress going to college in New York to pursue an architect degree, which he intended to eventually transfer. But on the subway, he witnessed Jordan Neely, a 30-year-old homeless man who battles with mental illness or mental issues. And he also was known for his famously known Michael Jackson impersonations, has been homeless since the murder of his mother in 2007. Mr. Neely was being very irate, acting erratically on the train, coming at all types of victims on board, women, children, etc. Mind you, there were all types of race on this train, black, white, Asian, you name it. Ironically, he happened to be talking to victims who are mostly of color and out of self-defense, protecting the children, women, and all the victims on board, trying to just be on the train like everyone else. Mr. Penny, or Mr. Daniel Penny, I should say, had restrained Jordan out of self-defense, not intending to kill him at all, just restrained him, and he restrained him for about 6 minutes. Jordan nearly ended up dying. Daniel Penny ended up facing top manslaughter charges for recklessly causing another person's death. Daniel had a $100,000 bail. There was a fundraiser raising way over that amount. He got out the next day. Fast forward now, and the judge dismissed his first account in regards to the manslaughter charge. The Black Lives Matter movement was enraged by it. And the Black Lives Matter movement is supposed to be this activist network for fighting racism and violence against black people, which is their whole sole purpose. However, check out what the Black Lives Matter co-founder of New York, along with her associate, and you guys will see her associate speak first, who's wearing this New York Yankees hat, in regards of how he felt running into the Victim Olympics, while also blaming the jurors. And speaking in regards of the jurors, I would like to say, check this out.
There was no way you could put 9 white people in a room that would find Daniel Penny guilty. They picked a white supremacist jury specialist to target the racists in that jury. The prosecution pointed out the fact that defense was eliminating people based on race. Let me take it back because I don't want to scare y'all. Logically thinking, if you pick a white supremacist jury specialist and you pack the jury with white people, obviously you think race has a significant role in this case, and obviously you were looking for that one white supremacist holdout. That one holdout. Might have been more, but there was definitely one person in there that said, I'm not going to convict this white kid for killing that poor little mentally ill Negro piece of trash. Forgive my language when I'm proving a point. This is how they think. The defendant himself called Jordan a dirty crackhead. And the police let him go. The police found inconsistencies in his story and allowed Daniel Penny to walk free. When does that happen for black people? Am I not making my point clear enough? Racism has its tentacles all over this case. Racism has its evil tentacles all over its case and all around the minds of white America. Are all white people bad? No. The prosecution did a phenomenal job. The judge is trying his hardest to bring justice to Jordan Neely's name. But racism is still alive and kicking in America.
Well, family, the jurors consisted of 7 women and 5 men. Their whole rant is basically about accusing the system, in this case, the justice system, of holding black people down, running into the Victim Olympics. With their preconceived minds made up as grown-up kids they are, like these, you cannot change their mind. They already have their minds made up to pull the race card. My man gave credit to the system in regards to saying the judge is doing a phenomenal job, then insist, you know what? The country is still racist though. How you figure, like, that's weird. Like, you give the judge, which is part of the judge and the prosecutors who are part of the system that you are accusing of oppressing, in this case, black people. But then you still say, oh, yeah, but the country is still racist, though. That's just wild to me. But I want you guys to check out what the co founder had to say next, family. So check this out.
Black Lives Matter, Greater New York. I stand here heartbroken because I have to hug a father who knows that the murderer of his son will most likely go free, who has to look in the face of a jury that no matter the facts, no matter the expert witnesses, no matter the people yelling on that train that day to let Jordan go, you will kill him. They will not find a white man guilty of killing a black man in modern day America. This is no different than Jim Crow. This looks like a picture out of the picture book when you look at that anonymous jury. We have baby boomers who were there doing Jim Crow on this jury. We have young people who are looking at Daniel Penny as a hero. And what America is a hero, a killer. He didn't give a crap about Jordan. The medical examiner said Jordan turned purple. Yes, black people can turn purple when they're denied oxygen. Every lab report showed he died of asphyxiation. And that doesn't matter because they want to spare a white man the penalty of his crimes. America has not changed, and I hate to say it, it may never change. And people who keep asking, are we going to riot? Are we going to protest? Is that what's needed? Do glass have to break? Do cars have to burn for a black man to get justice in America? We can't show up with peace. We can't show up with facts. We can't show up with evidence and witness after witness. You give us nothing. And then you ask us to love this country. America hates black people, and we see it from that jury pool.
Now, if Jordan Neely went through with his threats, would they be saying the same thing? No. But see, this black culture ideology is all trash. And I say that humbly as a black individual. I don't judge people off the of the color of their skin. I judge them by I judge them by the content of their character, right? But being objective, they will have excused his behavior by saying free him. And he had mental issues. They're too hard on him. What an oppressed system it is. And just promote enabling behavior when it comes to Mr. Neely behavior, in which this black culture crap is known for. For Christ's sake, black people kill each other more than anything. So if you want to stop these generational curses within the community that you're advocating for, because I'm not a part of it, I'm for all people. I'm for unity. I'm for all people. It's not a race war. It's a class war, in my opinion. And it's hard out here, inflation and stuff like that. We freer than ever. They talking about Jim Crow. This ain't 1867, and she probably wasn't even experiencing none of that or born in it. Keep talking about that crap. Nobody want to be talking about that crap. Look, every country has its faults, right? Horrible time. Get over it already. You're freer than ever. White people tired of hearing this crap. Oh, what the white man, the white people, white people racist. They tired of it. I'm tired of it, and I'm black. I'm black. So miss me with it. All I hear is excuses. Okay, I hear excuses, and if you're being very, very objective, even more in debt, you would see how far excused this man was and not had accountable that Mr. Neely was arrested 44 times, okay? Mr. Neely was arrested 44 times and was released plenty of times by the same oppressed system that they are claiming, right? In my opinion, they didn't hold him accountable enough. But look, check out what they're saying and how ignorant they are. Because not all blacks believe that ignorance that she just spewed. We are freer than ever, like I said, and I love the United States. Very grateful I'm born in the USA. But look how emotionally immature she is, provoking a riot and insinuating violence. I just find it wild. But read this here. Vivek posted, and shout out to Vivek. Amazing man, very smart, knows how to articulate himself. I can't wait to see what him and Elon Musk do when they trim off the fat of the debt that this country upholds through this frivolous spending. But not to get off topic, but it says in 2015, Jordan Neely kidnapped a 7-year-old. In 2019, Jordan Neely punched a 64-year-old man in the face. In 2021, Jordan Neely slugged a 67-year-old woman in the face as she exited the subway, breaking her nose and fracturing her orbital bone. Neely was arrested 44 times, but never faced real justice for terrorizing New Yorkers. The Manhattan DA shares responsibility for his death for creating an anti-law enforcement culture. Habitual felons like Neely should not roam freely to terrorize and prey on innocent members of our communities. And I agree. No person should be condemned out of self-defense for someone who's been walking around terrorizing New Yorkers on and on and on and on. So they can't protect themselves from a terrorizer? And I blame individuals like New Yorker or New York Mayor Eric Adams, right? Such thing as catch release. Do your own research on this. New York Mayor Eric Adams has cut the funding of NYPD. Law enforcement don't have no voice. They don't have the resources, let alone they are on the front lines. And I salute to all my law enforcement workers on the front lines every day, not knowing if they're going to go home to their families or go home just to see another day. And the stuff they have to deal with like this, where they're stripped and not able to enforce to their full ability, being limited. Because let's recall, New York was a sanctuary city. They let in illegal immigrants. You had illegal immigrants sleeping in the New York Police Department police station, a building funded by taxpaying citizens, Americans, legal immigrants in the USA. So I say that I agree with Vivek in regards of this habitual thing with felons, because as soon as they get caught, as fast as they're released and excused for their behavior. And not to mention this Black Lives Matter, right? Didn't they have financial issues? Yeah, I pull up receipts here. They had a lack of tax exempt status. In 2022, the Black Lives Matter grassroots organization filed a lawsuit against Bowers, Shalamiah Bowers, an executive at the network, alleging that he stole over $10 million from donors. You surprised by that? And also, not to mention that they were doing wire fraud and money laundering. And you're an activist? You don't seem like you're on a straight and narrow, high moral ground that you're trying to supposedly tout about. which is full ignorance, in my opinion. Let's take it a step further. You don't believe? Co-founder Patrice Cullors admit to using the donations for your sole purpose that I mentioned earlier. You bought a mansion with people monies for parties. And you said that you'll never use the property for personal gain. Doesn't sound like you didn't to me. So my point is, this black culture is trash. It's full of nonsense. And to be honest, black people are the most racist. I said it. I'll say the things out loud people won't say. These individuals in this mindset are the most racist. Black people can be racist, okay, family? Put it like that. And in this is an example for these individuals coming at someone who had self-defense and they believe should be retaliated against when this individual was terrorizing New Yorkers. He was just going about his day, working hard like any other average American citizen, trying to make something of himself. Any average Joe American. Like we're all trying to make something of ourselves, right? But you guys are making money off the backs of each other's and y'all call yourself activists trying to help each other with this black culture. And to be honest, y'all just loading y'all pockets up for personal gain, financial gain. Y'all don't even stand true to the sole purpose. Look how y'all utilize y'all funds for the individuals who believed in y'all ignorance. That's just my take on it, right? But I want to pull up Mayor Eric Adams, okay? And his response to what he had to say in this matter in regards to Daniel Penny.
You should look at that on a
Matter of fact, we'll go. That's the audio. Here we
go.
But
what do you think a conviction or a 15-year prison sentence would? It would seem like no one would step in on a situation like that again. It seems like a bad precedent, and it almost seems like, I don't know, it's a reflection of what's been going on in the city for a while, where someone trying to actually help out in a situation ends up on the losing end.
Well, I think we've always asked New Yorkers, you see something, say something, do something. And New Yorkers have always had the spirit and energy to come to their fellow New Yorkers. And we have to be honest about the severe mental health crisis that we're facing. In no way I want to do anything that's going to make the jury decision harmful in any way. He was going to be judged by a jury of his peers. They're deliberating. Let's let them do their job. But I do know we have a broken system of dealing with severe mental health illness in not only our subway system, but on our streets. I have been advocating to give us more power for involuntary removal for those who can't take care of themselves and are dangerous to others. And this young man was part of that problem. He was in a revolving door mental health system, and we have to do a better job of that. And I wish his family well, and I wish the family of Mr. Penny well as well.
He's trying to be neutral. But my thing is, if you know he was a revolving door and you know, okay, we know that the mental health, individuals with disabilities, we know that in that department, innovation needs to take place. It's far behind. It needs a breakthrough of innovation. Okay. But my thing is, if you know it was a revolving door, something should have been done when he's already to the point where he's constantly terrorizing New Yorkers 44 times. So, Mr. Mayor Eric Adams, that's ignorance on your behalf, just like it's ignorance on his Black Lives Matters movement behalf, because y'all enabled this behavior. That's why it was a revolving door in the first place, because y'all continue to allow it to happen. But then you want more power, but you had enough power to continue to fund those illegal immigrants coming in through the city of New York. Right? Kept giving money, cut the New York Police Department funds, cut back on workers that work for the city that are legal, that are American citizens. But you want more power to do what when that should have been your sole focus, if that was really your sole focus? See, we got to stop with the excuses in the Victim Olympics, right? And move and pushing the trash and kicking the trash down the aisle and kicking a can down the aisle, I should say, right? This is nonsense. Because two things could be said at the same time. Yes, the mental health issues in that department, innovation needs to catch up with the times. And yes, awareness is brought, but there needs to be resources and more resources that are more innovative and efficient and effective. But at the same time, you cannot script law enforcement of doing their job in regards of not giving them the resources and let alone cutting their funding and expect them to do. They have their hands tied. Can you imagine being a law enforcement individual trying to enforce the law, but only could do so much? You got illegals coming in, immigrants. You got regular American citizens. We got so much to fix within our house, and you allowing individuals that are jeopardizing American citizens' public safety by having these illegal Venezuelans and stuff, gangs and cartels come over in your city as a sanctuary city at one point, right? So my thing is, miss me with that revolving door bull crap, because at the end of the day, that is wild to me. And a person, and to add to it, which is ridiculous, and I'll close after I share it with this guys, which is mind boggling to me. Mr. Neely father, who's deadbeat father, files a lawsuit against Daniel Penny after a subway chokehold. Lawsuit accuses Daniel Penny of assault, battery, and leading to Jordan Neely's death. The father of the homeless New York City man who died after a Marine veteran put him in a chokehold to stop the outburst, included death threats against subway passengers is suing. Jordan Neely 30 died after Daniel Penny, a 26-year-old, now he's 26 years old because this was back in 2023, grabbed him from behind in a headlock and wrestled him to the ground. Jurors were still deliberating Penny's fate in a manslaughter trial Wednesday when Neely's father, Andre Zachary, revealed the lawsuit. Neely's mother, Christine, died when he was a child. I already mentioned that. A copy of the complaint provided by Dante Millis, Zachary's attorney, alleged Penny neglectfully assaulted, battered, and seriously injured Neely, causing his death. One of Penny's attorneys said Thursday that the legal team had not yet been served with the paperwork in the civil case. And this is Daniel Neely, Jordan Neely. Jordan Neely is pictured, before going to see the Michael Jackson movie. Because remember, I told you he was known for his Michael Jackson's impersonations. I just find it wild to me that, as we know, statistics say that most of the time when a father is in the household, it does bad for the child because they tend to crash out, and it's not in the father not being present in the home reduces their chances of being successful in life. That's statistics, right? You can look that up. But the point I'm saying is, you're a deadbeat father looking for financial gain, but this could have prevented you as a father in his life and actually active and teaching him how to chase his purpose and not terrorize New Yorkers. But I'm gonna leave it right there, family. Let me know you guys' perspective, insights, thoughts, and opinion. With no further ado, family, peace.